Hello everyone, I am Tacit and welcome to the Gems of War campaign, I guess 15, week 0? I didn't know what to name it, because we have a world event week, but of course the campaign doesn't start till next week, so week 0 it is. But anyways, since we're going to be leaving 2 days from now, tomorrow night on the 7.0 patch will be our last stream for about a week. However, with that being said, and since I'll be gone, I want to try finishing out pretty much every single weekly tonight. So I might buy a little bit deeper into the event than we normally would. Maybe up to like tier 4, tier 5 even? Let's see, do we have the emoji thing? Yeah, we already have the portrait. We already have the thing. Oh no, well, at least go for tier 4. It's a little bit more than we normally do. We're still getting the event tokens too, so we're not like completely missing out on value. But yeah, I want to have a little bit extra so we can hopefully finish it by tomorrow night. Or at least be a bit closer than we normally would be. So, yeah, we'll go for that tier 4. A little bit extra gems, but it'll be fine. And we still get those few extra tokens. Which also gives us some extra upgrades immediately as well, which is kind of nice. We already have a metal upgrade, and I haven't even taken the stuff from the guild yet. And there we go. But yeah, we're going to be doing this. We're going to be focusing on the good old trials. Actually, we might do trials first. And then mess with the world event. Trials should be okay this week. Not the easiest we've had, not the hardest. Kind of in the middle there. We're still at like the earlier fights right now. I was actually considering sacrificing the Sunweaver there and do it something like this. That way we have every single color at the bottom there. When Sunweaver first came out, there was actually just some teams that were ran like this, where you'd run it with a brown, red, a green, purple, and then something in first slot. This is actually a really old meta team. Not this exact team, but this like coloration. It wasn't good for that long, but it was a team that was like slightly used when Sunweaver first came out, because its 6 mana gain actually wasn't horrific compared to like what the mana accumulation was at the time, because that was before we had like a billion different ways to gain mana so well. Yeah, it was actually not bad back in the day. But we'll have to use it again for this current trial event, which shouldn't be too bad. Anyways, hello everyone! Hello Emernator, hello Sani, hello Bill, hello Lester, hello Lucian. Hello, Daddy Shark. Hello, Cookie. Hello, Chad. Hello, Jason. Hello, everyone else. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Okay, do we have a Cascade here? No, we do not. Let's go get our mana. Oh, wait, why'd I do that? I forgot. We're supposed to not cast them. No, I'm so used to using that as a mana accumulation. If you're using him behind your team, you can. But if you're using him in first slot, you actually have to not cast them. As he kind of just gets in the way of things. Oh, yeah, I forgot. That knocks them to the back, doesn't it? That's kind of annoying. It's not ideal, because that means we're going to be distributing damage all over the place, which means almost nothing is actually dying all the way. Nice little scope poke there. I wish one of these did extra damage. We technically could, if we can get our last slot, or if our first slot to die, and then get a summon there. On these earlier fights, it's not going to be possible, but for the later fights, that will be our goal, to deliberately let our first slot die out, so we can end up doing that for the kill. Because we're going to get a lot more value from having a null in first slot than anything else in this team. Gorgon gets the 50% score reduction, but he doesn't actually get any additional damage from being in first. He only gets mitigation. Which is nice to make sure they don't kill you, but it's not going to make us kill them any quicker. We also want to prioritize knocking out as many skulls as we possibly can. Not only for the few extra damage, but primarily because we don't want him to go crazy when he doubles the amount of skulls on the board. We want there to be few enough that when he does that, he basically gets no value at all. And that's pretty much the game plan with every cast we do. Try to minimize the skulls, take skulls if we have peers, and just keep doing that until we win. That is the game plan here. Actually putting on the other one because he's going to be our new first slot soon. Once we get to super late fights, we're just never going to even buff the first slot and just do it all in on second. But in these earlier fights where they're not dying as quickly, we're going to need to do it that way. There we go. But for the later fights, we're definitely going all in on our second slot. And potentially eventually onto the null as well, if it gets color counter. The problem is it's going to be a completely random one, so we don't know what we're going to get additional damage onto until it happens. But once we do, we can then decide if we want to buff it or just keep buffing the Gorgon, depending on the situation, once we get to that point. Alright, but yeah, we're going to start just going all in on Gorgon. Let's see if we can actually deliberately let our first slot die this time. The only problem is they don't really have a good way to kill it. A lot of the damage as you do distributes all over the place. I guess technically Skeleros casting could try to kill our first slot, which we actively want here, as it would make us so much stronger if we would actually go for it. But for whatever reason, literally as there's a skull on the board, he doesn't want to go for it. Also, why did I do that? We could have killed him all the way, but oh well. We can go for our skulls here. Though, not that high a value of skull, but hey, skulls nonetheless. Oh, I should have taken that red extra turn. Well, I guess it doesn't matter. We didn't have anything to feed red into. Because at the time, we didn't have full mana. Please, I'm literally giving you a way to kill it. Kill it already! I guess we're not deep enough yet to try to let them kill us. Because they really don't want to go down. Come on, one more. We're almost done. Come on, take him out. We actively want the first slot to die. I might just put Gorgon back in the first slot. Because even once we do this, the summon's going to kind of get in the way too, because we're going to have too much summon. Which can actually be a backfire in this situation just because we want to use the higher skull value. And all we have to do is take a skull. Unfortunately, there's no way to take it, but we'll try forward off of Sky 2 different ways. And we got one of them. Nice. Alright, we haven't reached the Starry Battles quite yet. I said, hello, Isabel! Welcome, welcome. Alright, we'll take that one over. Take the green. Grab, I don't know, what do we need here? I deliberately don't want to go for the skull, so let's take that. And we're going to play the battle very similar like we did last battle, except this time, hopefully, they'll actually kill us. And it seems like they are this time around, so that's good. Because I need you to go all the way down. No, not you, the other one. You'll go get your buff again. Because that thing's actually starting to get more into kill range than our first slot is at the moment. Oh, you know what? I should have cast his ability first. I'm going to deliberately give it a skull here. There we go. Okay. And now, the only issue I see is we're about to summon a Gnoll, which will get in the way of our skull poke here. So I almost do want to kind of try to Gorgon first slot again. That was the original strategy. The only problem with doing this is, you know, we get a new first slot. And we don't know what's going to do extra to, in this case, purple. Which is actually kind of convenient this time around. Because there's a purple right there we need to go kill. I forgot, you create skulls when you get a kill. That's actually very convenient. The only problem is our main kill option is about to die. Which would not be good. Okay, good. That thing just hit something randomly. That's almost dead, and we could take it all the way with that. Hey, Gorgon, just take, like, 2 skulls, and we're in the clear. I was hoping he wouldn't go for it. They were actually not going for it quite a bit, but, of course he does go for that one. We'll take a little bit of mana there. He does go for the skull again. I guess we might go for summon. Go ahead and do this, see if he gives us a skull. If he doesn't, we're just going to create a bunch. And now we have extra to brown, which is going to be good, because the next thing down the line is brown. So we can go for that, get the big hit there. And one more will do it, due to all the additional damage that we have. Unfortunately, there's nowhere we can go for it currently on the board. So luckily, his damage doesn't really do anything. You know, I'm just going to throw the buff on the first slot. We have way more than enough to kill it. Problem at this point is actually getting it down. You know what? Let's do the ability. It does triple to what it counters, in that case, brown. Alright, let's go get the Hydra. Oh yeah, the Hydra is one of the other cool looking ones as well. I said, hello, Tyrion! Hello, Chaos! Welcome, welcome. Alright, I'll take that one over. Yeah, I don't mind his trial team. They've been doing some pretty unique ones lately. And this is definitely like one of those teams you wouldn't really use, but, you know, it kind of works. Though, a similar strategy, as I mentioned earlier, used to be used with Sunweaver way back when. Way, 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 way back. Though it was used for a much better team than what this is, though. Okay, what do we go for here? You know, I'm just going to go for the chip damage. I actually want to move, one of their more threatening ones up, like this guy. He's been doing the most amount of damage. So I kind of want to shift it one more time and then go from there. First we'll go for a billion skulls because there's already so many there. But yeah, we'll go for one more of these because I actually want to change this guy to a last slot. Or more so, make this guy first slot. And the easiest way to do that is just to do that. Yeah, we'll take the brown. I was going to say, I might go for Soothsayer here if we have no way to get that mana. But we do, so we'll go for that. And, okay, the main one that I want to stay in first slot is now in first slot. So now I just need my first slot, my own first slot to die now. And then we can kind of just go from there. I need to not take that skull. I just need to stall my turn, actually. That is not who I wanted you to kill. That is exactly why I have him in first slot. Because he's by far the most threatening thing for us to take out on the opposing team. I can't just whack him either. I have to do it with a skull, but I also need my first slot to die, which leaves us in a very weird situation where only this thing will be our only unit at this point. Come on, there's 2 skulls and you didn't go for it. That's so bad. Why is he not going for it? There we go, finally. Wow, that took way too many. Yeah, I'm not sure if it's worth having him offset by 1. I might just move him back to first. Because they really don't want to kill my first slot ever. We'll take that over, take that over. This guy's about to die, though, and we're actually going to lose the second that happens. You know what? We're going to move him back to first. It's becoming too annoying to try to kill him out. We're going to go with Plan A. Plan A was originally this. So let's roll with this. This was the original plan we had for the trial event. And I think we're going back to it. This allows us to turn 1 Soothsayer. Get all the mana we need. This also allows us to only buff the Gorgon. And not need to worry about it being blocked by something we're trying to kill. So back to Plan A. It's also really bulky with that 50% reduction, so we don't really have to worry about the skulls at all. Or, okay, maybe slightly. As it kills those little skull spam. Let's see. That's still hit kind of hard, but we have a billion resummon, so not too big a deal. We got brown counter. That's brown, right? Oh, sorry. This is a green counter, not brown. Which is convenient because that one's green. Doesn't help us as much here, but we're still going to get quite a bit of value. He's actually in one-shot range. Actually, he already was. He had Hunter's Mark on him. Oh, wait. Why did I do that? That's not good. Triple him. Oh, he needs a skull. There we go. That's a really good one that has like a billion beneficial traits as well. Also, I got to remember, I always need to buy those little guys. Alright, 4 more to go. Let's go get them. And then we'll go mess with the world event. And I do want to try to finish most of the world event today. So hello, QFX. Welcome, welcome. So hello, Miss Insane Witch. Welcome as well. Hope all you guys have been having a wonderful week. And finally, 7.0 tomorrow. I'm really hyped for it. Hopefully it'll be a great patch. And pretty much this time tomorrow, it'll hit. Because they always tend to do it around this time. Unless it's coming out right now, though I highly doubt. They very, very occasionally do it on Mondays. But it definitely seems like it'll be a tomorrow patch. I forgot, we should have buffed him for— oh no, yeah, I was about to say. We should have buffed him first. You know what I'm actually going to do? I'm going to buff the Knoll this time around. That's something we haven't done yet. Oh, we got the really good one too. Let's see. Savage Hunter. Why do we always keep getting Savage Hunter? We keep getting like the best summon. Because he is the one that has like a billion traits. He has Hunter's Mark on hit, Enrage on kill, and double to greens. He has a lot of extra value. Alright, I don't have any purple in here, so I can't really go for a vertical there. I'm gonna go for mana. I try to target the one that can actually die, but then again, we can just get it down with a skull. Problem at this point is getting the skull. I kind of want to try buffing him again. Alright, there's a skull. That's enough to one-shot if he'll give it to us. Do we risk it? What's your damage range? You're gonna hit for 300 or so. So I just have to cast then, because that will definitely obliterate us if he hits— oh no! Yeah, if he hits it, it was gonna die. Buffing it made no difference, which is why I didn't bother buffing. Even if we buffed him, he still would have died there. Which is why we didn't go for it. Alright, this guy does extra to purple. Unfortunately, none of them are purple. So that doesn't really help. Alright, that dies again, that's fine. Do I bother for skull here? Yeah, I guess why not. It's not that much damage, but it's more than nothing. I'll take that one over, take that one over. We can take another skull poke. Oh, we actually have extra turn skull there. One nice thing about keeping the Soothsayers, we can actually keep it for board control. And we'll go for the thing again. We got, once again, the green guy. Which is great because he has Hunter's Mark, so by default he's hitting double damage on everything anyways. And if they're green, they're super dead. Alright, 2 down, 3 to go. Overall, going pretty smooth. Alright, we'll take that one over. We'll get yellow over there. We'll take the— oh, we don't have a vertical for that. We'll stick a skull. Oh, so I just realized something with the thing, too. The battle's the same every single time, so we already know what this thing can end up countering. So we would most beneficially want the green one. The green one or the red one. Actually, is there one that even counters red now that I think about it? So I'd mostly want the green one then. Oh, that's not who I meant to cast. Wait, who am I even casting right now? Oh, I did not mean to cast you. And that's definitely not where I wanted to cast you. I thought we were casting Soothsayer. Clicked on the wrong one. Oh, whoops. Also should have taken that green first. We'll deny it just so he doesn't get it. Alright, since you just buffed yourself earlier, go buff the actual correct thing this time. Take our skull. Oh, if nothing else, at least we have a backup for when they get through. But yeah, some of those guys' boost ratios, gosh, do they have a lot of damage. Look at that, 300, 300. Oh, that one's even upper 300. Oh, take that one over, get our poke. Take the red first, grab our other poke, take the skull first. Let it do whatever. We need our last little bit of mana. Take a green. Let them do whatever there. We'll take a brown. He kills out our Soothsayer, which is probably the least consequential thing he could have hit. Luckily that survives. I really need my resummoner to get mana right now, just so they have more blank targets to hit that aren't consequential. So let's take our red, grab our skulls, and not an ideal one. They don't have any purple on their team to be able to utilize that. Alright, we'll go for this skull. Do I actually want to deny them or distract? Yeah, I think we do. I want to try for the skull distract there, but they didn't go for it. We have a poke. I don't really need the other poke. I guess we go for skulls. No extra turn is kind of bad. Also, can we stop getting like one of the worst summons we can get from that? That'd be great. Well, I guess the buff we did to it earlier came into play pretty well there. He's going to one-shot something. Luckily, it wasn't our summoner. Just going to throw this onto itself in case we can get a skull value there. And we're pretty much good to go. Just trying to get one more summon here. Alright, skull poke, that works too. And as matched, doesn't matter how much damage that is enough. There we go. And there's no penalty for these fights for not having a full team. Alright, what is that? One more left? Two more left. Alright, they're not too bad. Izzy has 69,000 gems. That is a lot of gems. It's a pretty nice stack. How much are we at right now? 31k, I believe. Maybe a little bit lower because I've been spending a bunch lately because of the Vault event. And I haven't used any of the Vault keys yet. We're going to save them for tomorrow, or, you know, until after the patch. Just in case something happens next patch that might make them worthwhile. Not sure if there will be. But if there is, we shall be prepared. Alright, not much we really need to do for that. We're just going to go for the buff, get our mana back up. I actually want to hit the other guy because hitting him will reduce down his stats. Reducing down his stats will make him hit less. At least with his spell anyways, his skulls will still hit just as hard. It's unfortunate because that does go down. Oh, I was hoping to have a purple into a purple. I guess we just take a skull poke there. He sets us up for an extra turn, which is nice. Not the extra turn I want because it's not the color we need, but you know. Extra turn nonetheless. You just need a little bit more mana. If you could do that, that'd be great. I'm gonna try for this. Why do we keep getting the useless purple one? There's not even a single purple on the enemy team. I really want the green one. We were getting lucky with a lot of them earlier. A lot of the green guy. Yeah, I think we just have to keep testing our... Oh, I should have taken the red first. I wasn't looking at it because we don't need the color. But he sure still does. Oh, he has Enrage too right now. That's not ideal. Though, if there was anything for him to Enrage kill, killing our current first slot would be the least consequential thing he could do right now. So, that would actually be more beneficial to us than him casting. Yep, that's matched. That's why I wanted him to go for the skull. Let's try that again. I said hello, Glorfindel. Welcome, welcome. Let's see. What do we need here? Grab our little bit of mana. Yeah, you'll need a lot of momentum on these last few, it looks like. Because all of them just hit so hard. And once the resummoner goes down, you might as well just restart. Because unless you're ready to just kill them all with skull after skull, you're basically dead at that point. If the summoner goes down. Alright, where do I want to do this? I'm actually going to do it up here for the blue chances. Didn't get a single one of the two, though. Alright, I wish we had Soothsayer here. Could I drop a purple while still getting Soothsayer mana? No. So I'm just going to go for the skulls then. Alright, a little bit of a miss, but for whatever reason he didn't go for the extra turn even though it was available. Take our blue. Stool mana off. Do we give him yellow? I don't want him to hit that hard. But a lot of the other manas I don't really need. Ooh, well, at least we went for the right mana there. We'll take that. We have Skull Poke. I actually just want to leave it in play right now. Good, we're hitting damage on the guy that has infinite boost ratio. We'll take a green into a green. Oh, I should take the red first! Missed it again. Oh, you just gotta leave the extra turn there, though. That's pretty convenient. Alright, we gotta get the resummon here. Take the brown first. Not making that mistake a third time. Alright, did we get anything good? Okay, that's one of the better ones. Not the best one, but one of the better two. Which is kind of funny because they're actually the low rarity ones, yet they're actually the better ones. Alright, I'm gonna do for a high one here to try for red. Didn't get it. He's gonna double skulls. I actually want to deny as many skulls as we can right here. Oh, we didn't get the skull from Sky. He's gonna get some value here. Yep. Okay, let's see. You do triple to brown. That doesn't help us much here, but you do have an enrage, which is nice. I still need to focus purple more so than anything so we can get the resummon. Alright, perfect. I'll take the enraged skull first so we can use value from him while he's still in play. And then go for the other one. And we got the one that counters green. And there we go. And it also has Hunter's Mark. Though he's just good against everything because of the Hunter's Mark. Ideally, we want to see him like every single time. Because the second we get that down, he just does so much damage. Enrage, Hunter's Mark. Auto kills anything that's green. Alright, we'll take that one. I'll take that one over. Oh, apparently we're just going to get a billion skulls here. It's kind of funny. We're actually getting a pretty good start for this one for once. Which is good because this is going to be the hardest one in theory. We don't have any... Actually, we do have a Cascade. You know what? We'll go for it. We have a purple just sitting there. We might end up giving him a skull here, but it's fine. I'll take all the green. Get a red out of it. Take the one skull just so he doesn't. I do need to move him down a few more so we can actually start hitting something relevant. So we'll go for that. Just get some stuff off the board. Do we go for a buff again? Honestly, I might as well just keep moving down his team so we can get to a unit that actually matters to hit with a skull. And now, ideally, we just hit him with a skull. Nice. Oh, no extra turn, though. But he, for whatever reason, he just never wants to go for it, though. So we'll get a lot of value there. We're actually keeping him alive for once. This is, like, ideally how I wanted it to work initially when I made, like, the first variant of the team. Because we just defaulted back to the first variant we made. Okay, we'll take that one over. Unfortunately, they got a poke there. You can still win this. Which one's more of a threat? I guess technically Skeleros, because what do you really do? Yeah, it's not that much damage. I'm actually more scared of a double skull at this point. It's because of how much value can be had from it if he does land it. But if he does miss, we're in a pretty good position. I kind of want to go for that purple for two reasons. One is I need the color, but also it denies him. It allows us to go straight into our summon. I'm not going to go for the summon quite yet, though. I'm going to go do something really weird and buff herself. Just in case he would have gotten a billion skulls there. You got enough to kill it, so it still worked out. We'll go for that, get a little bit of poke. Our first assault will probably almost die immediately. Though if it doesn't, we get extra damage here. Alright, we take that. Oh no, we didn't get the extra turn because the thing was in the way. I think we just buff itself up again, and does match. Let's take a skull, and first try on Final Battle. Yeah, that wasn't too bad. There we go. And that is now a Max Starry Chomp Chomp Chomp. Wait, is that its actual name? I guess it makes sense. 3 heads. Is it actually called Chomp Chomp Chomp? That's funny. I thought that was the nickname for a second. But I think it actually is called... Oh, yeah, it is. It's called Chomp Chomp Chomp. And of course, the Starry version is called the Starry Chomp Chomp Chomp. That's funny. Anyways, let's go max this guy. Ascend. Don't click the orbs. Click the level. And there we go. Max Story Chomp Chomp Chomp. You know what? We're even going to wear it. Let's see. Where's the equip? There we go. Got a little Hydra on our shoulder. Okay, next order of business. I need to go finish basically the entirety of World Event tonight. Because if I'm playing any on the days that I'm away, it is probably going to be Guild War, not World Event. So let me go do it all right now. Alright, we got a billion battles. That is not the team I want. Let me go get my other team. That was the low rarity team. And even for this section, I kind of want to go into an AoE team, so even for this section, I might not be using this team. Because we need something a little bit quicker than this, just for the earlier fights. Though we will be changing to a team kind of like this a little bit later. We don't have a good all enemies, do we? All enemies. Hydra is awful. This is gonna fall off too quick. This is low laughable mythic. Do we really not have a good all enemy? Wow, we do not have an all enemies option. We have scatter, scatter, heavy splashes all around. This place has a lot of heavy splashes. The only thing that we have that hits full AoE is the useless mythic. Is it really going to force me to use this useless mythic? Am I really about to build a team around 2 of this useless mythic? Because it's literally the only thing available this week that hits all enemies? That is so sad. Luckily, we won't have to use it for too long. But we actually have to do this. And then we change our banner to like green-red or something. Because that's what we feed off of that, and we already have the +1 off of Soothsayer. Let's see, green, red, that's not a green. Green, red. Actually, our banner that we had is already correct. What am I doing? There we go. And we're using Shaman to get the Tauruses rolling. Wow, why on earth is this the team we're using? Not ideal, but it is actually what we need. So yeah, I guess this mythic wasn't useless after all. It's literally the only thing in this entire kingdom that hits all enemies, currently. It's like one of the most useless ones in the entire game, but it is the only one available right now. So for one singular moment, it is our best AoE option we have available. Is it time for the first code? Oh yeah, we never did hand out a code yet. Might as well, we just finished out the trials. We'll hand out another one once we finish out these as well. But here you guys go. And there are also Sharky codes, by the way, too, if you guys still need the Shark. Otherwise, just has the gem key and a normal loot. You found the event info for this weekend for the Pokemon thing. Oh, could you send it to me? Is it anything relevant, or is it just a repeat? Oh, Vault event on August 4th? Nice. And I'll be way back before then, so that'll be great. Nice, we're not going to miss a Vault event. Yeah, we're pretty much missing nothing on the weekend event. So we got lucky there, at least, if nothing else. We got a little bit unlucky that we're leaving, like, right at the beginning of 7.0. And at the beginning of next campaign. But we got lucky in the sense that this weekend's event is basically non-existent. We have an arena event, which is the near equivalence of not having an event at all. Yeah, Taurus's boost ratio is the main reason he's awful. For whatever reason, they made it 10 to 1. This would have to be like 6 to 1 for it to be useful, or 8 to 1 for it to be not bad. Why they made it 10 to 1, I have no clue. There are literally legends with no boost ratio that have a higher damage output than him with 20% stats right now. And this is with him having 20% more stats. Like, this is the strongest he could ever physically be. As he has literal max stats with a 20% extra. And he still hits weaker than the average legend that hits all enemies. Even at his max boost ratio. Imagine if it was 2 to 1. 2 to 1 would be a little bit too high. Actually, isn't that even higher than Ketris? Doesn't Ketris have like a 3 to 1 or something? And he kind of hits 3 instead of 4. Not quite 4. But he hits 1 for full value and 2 for 75%. Hey, isn't Ketris? Let me double check. I'm pretty sure Ketris is 3 to 1. Oh yeah, there it is. No, sorry, Ketris is 2 to 1, but it hits for 250% damage. Oh, sorry, he has normal splash, not heavy splash. So he hits for 200% damage rather than 400%. Because, you know, he's effectively hitting 1 for full, 2 for half. Whereas this unit is hitting all 4. But still, even so, for that to be the same damage, that mythic that we're using right now would need to have a 4 to 1 boost ratio to be able to do the same damage that Ketris can. And he currently has a 1 to 10, or 10 to 1, I mean. What we're doing? Wrong menu. I will eventually click the right menu. But, yeah, for Taurus to have the same damage output as Ketris, he would need to have a 1 to 4 ratio. Or a 4 to 1, instead of a 10 to 1. That's how bad his ratio is. But for these lower level range, the fact that he hits all enemies is good enough. As it is our only option that can. And once we hit the later battles, obviously we'll switch to a real team. But for now, he's doing what he needs to do. Ever so barely, but it's good enough. This might be literally the only time we ever use this troop. I can't believe it's actually meta for this event, at least for the lower range. It's kind of sad. But hey, at least it gets usage. Anyone who has him laying around has at least one purpose for him. Low level ward event week. Or no, the low level range. Not that he's low level, but you know what I mean. Or you would use it at the lower range. I'm just gonna go for 2. Oh, yeah, never mind. We're on against a weaker battle right here. I was gonna buff it up a bunch. I was thinking they'd have like 100 something stats. Never mind. They have like none there. You sent a PM on Discord? Thank you. I'll go check it later. Hey, Val Raven. Good old Val Raven. Yeah, I can't believe I'm leaving already. Gosh, when was even the last time I've been on a flight? I feel like the last few flights I've been going on, I've been getting like slightly motion sickness. Well, it's because I keep going like so long between not taking flights. Because the last one I took was, I believe, another family trip 2 summers ago. So 2 years ago? Was it that long? Wow, has it been that long? Was it last year or 2 years ago? Because if it's 2 years ago, gosh, it has been a while then. Because I know I haven't gone anywhere yet this year. Oh, so I'm pretty sure there's no mask mandate, but honestly, I kind of want to still wear a mask because even before the pandemic, I ended up getting like really sick. Not motion sickness, but like sick. Like, you know, like a cold or something similar, whatever it was. The last time I was on an airplane, because, you know, there's a bunch of people near you coughing and stuff like that. So even if it's not required, I'm probably still wearing a mask, like always on an airplane. Like, I haven't been wearing them anywheres when I've been going out lately, for at least like a year and a half now. But, I still feel like I always will going forward on airplanes. Because the last time before pandemic, I just got really sick just from people coughing and such on the plane. Because you're in such close proximity for such a long time. Even though most flights I go on are only like a couple hours long, it's still quite a while to be next to someone who's sick. Okay, I'll take that one over. Also, hello, Tone, and thank you for the like. Definitely feel free to leave a like on the stream. Helps a lot and is greatly appreciated. And we'll have another redeem code as soon as we finish out the world event. I want to get all my contribution in early. Because I'm probably not playing this event a single time after tomorrow. Just to have it all done up front. I finally get to use this weapon. Also, I just realized I'm up against an iron gut. Oh, that's kind of scary. Oh no. We don't need any over there. Let's take that one over. Is that enough? Let's take our yellow there. Ah, one is actually already enough. I keep underestimating how much extra damage we have. We actually have 200% extra damage. I keep thinking like his normal damage is going to do almost nothing. But it's basically whatever his number is times 3. So he's hitting for, what, 73? So, 219. Which, you know, 219's not that bad. Like, it could be better. Yeah, it's a 219 cast there. Which is, I guess, kind of sizable. But honestly, any troop casting for full AoE would be. And we could technically magic boost them off of the Soothsayer. I wish they would buff Soothsayer at some point. If shiny cards do a bunch of additional effects like that, I really hope one that changes Soothsayer gets is way more magic to his ability. Like, this should give, like, 1/4 of his magic, minimum, as magic to all allies. Bare minimum, that should be what it is. Because they back when Soothsayer was made, and a lot of similar troops like that, they never had fractional magic boost ratios. Magic boost ratios on troops that aren't just 1-to-1 is a relatively new feature in Gems of War that's came in the last couple years. There's not a feature that has existed for that long in this game. And there are a lot of them that would benefit from having a static 1 or static 5, have their ability increased to like 1/4 of their magic or 1/3 their magic or something similar. So it'll still be scaled back down a lot, but you know, it'd still kind of be useful. Oh, so now that I think about it, I wonder what kind of buff they would do to Dust Devil. Could you imagine it hitting more than 5 damage? Back in the day, it used to scale based on its magic, and was immediately nerfed because of how broken that was. It was basically Ironhawk team without the Ironhawks. It was just the Dust Devil itself that could do it. Because it was hitting for like 20-something without needing any other troop as a rare troop. Which obviously was way too broken. I wonder what would be kind of funny if they buff it up to like 7 or 8 damage or something. Because that would actually allow it to kill, the, what's it called, gnome? The Dragonite gnome. Even just with a few more damage. Catch you later, Xenomorphs. Thanks for stopping by. When is the Sawmill meetup? I'm not sure if it's happening now. Isabel might not be able to make it there. Which makes sense. It's a pretty long ride. Because I think she has to travel like almost 2 hours for it. I'm still going to be going to the Sawmill, though. But I might not be able to see Isabel there. No, we'll do it another time. It doesn't have to be this trip. I generally go down there almost once a year. Only reason it's been so long this time is, Dad had a couple issues. Mostly some back issues. Because I was going to see him... Well, originally I was going to see him for New Year's. But the flight system back then just wasn't working. Because sometimes it's kind of weird, sometimes of years. Then, I was going to see him for Father's Day. But then he had back issues, so now I'm finally seeing him now. Because his back issues have resolved. Or at least mostly resolved. Obviously still hurting a little, but not as bad as it was. I'll catch you later, Chad. Thanks for stopping by. No, I didn't think that'd be enough damage. Oh, we're gonna have to wait out the entirety of Enchant. Let me kill the Iron Gut before he does something. Literally just have to stall a billion turns. There we go. Doesn't matter what his resummon is. Actually, does it? Hold up. What's... Oh, no, it doesn't. I was gonna say, if his durability's too high, it actually would matter. Luckily, it doesn't there. Oh, Valraven in play. Get us some extra battles in there. Gonna need every single one we can get. Because tomorrow is probably the last day I'm even touching this world event. Oh, another back-to-back Valravens? What's going on here? Guess that's a lot of mana and extra turn. What kind of full pie would you get? And how much will it cost? I'm not sure. I think it's like $20 or $30 there, maybe even higher. I could only guess because of inflation. I haven't been there in a couple years. And some places have really increased their prices lately. So I have no clue. There's a lot of times we just get a few slices. I think it's like $4 a slice or something. So a whole pie would have to be like 30-ish or so. But I haven't been there in what, 2 years now? 3 years? Somewhere around there. 2.5. Actually, I have the image timestamped. Wait, I have the image of the pizza on my desktop. And if I timestamp it, I can actually know when I last had it. So we'd know how much it would be from inflation. The last time I had... Oh, wait, I have to click on the file. How do you check the properties? Properties. Let's see. It would have been... Okay, so yeah, I did go back in 2022. So... Yeah, it was a year and a half ago the last time. So yeah, it shouldn't have gone up in price that much. Oh, you never know these days. That's kind of funny. I forgot you could do that. Like, it literally just check the properties on the image and it tells you when you took it. I sometimes forget that's even a feature for files. So yeah, that means the last time I was down there was a year and a half ago then. For Christmas that year. Oh no, we're out of sigils. Let's see. Hey, we're number 2 in our guild though. Only outdone by Lucy. Hey, we even went higher than Isabel for once. Look at that. At a tier 4. Though this will fall to like near dead last by the end of this week. I'm doing all my battles today and tomorrow and then just doing nothing the rest of the week. So it'll look like we're high right now, but by the end of the week we're going to be like 25th in the guild or something. If we're playing at all, we're going to be doing Guild War every single day. As well as just the standard dailies, you know, when we're doing it when we're away. How could I pass you? I know, I don't think I like almost ever pass you during events. Because I normally go for like bare minimum area. Anyways, let's go ahead on another code. I said we would do an after World event, and that is after World event. There we go. Actually, we're getting these events done pretty quickly. Alright, there goes go. Enjoy. Okay, so let's go grab these gems. Let's go clear out dailies, and that would be most of our main goals then. As far as things that we need to get done today. And then it comes down to, yeah, because there's nothing else that we can preemptively do. Because I can't preemptively do the Guild War battles. We can't preemptively do any more of the World event unless we spend more gems, but we already spent some extra. So yeah, we'll just clear out normal dailies then. And then maybe go open some Vault keys. I know I said I wanted to open most of my Vault keys later, but hey, we just finished a Vault event. We gotta cash in on a few of them now. We'll cash in on a lot more of them tomorrow. Unless there's something big that we could do with the patch immediately. In which case we're definitely gonna need to mess around with that instead. But in case the patch doesn't have too much we could do immediately, we're definitely gonna throw a lot of Vault keys there. You know what, we'll even go for the gold battle, why not? Grab that little bit extra gold. Set defend and sentinels. I already did. I did it before the video thingy earlier today. Just to make sure they were all in order. Yeah, no problem. Gimli. Also, hello. Welcome, welcome. Yeah, the trip should be a lot of fun. Let's see if we can get it. No! Come on! First room! Oh, we even got weakness trap. Hey, at least we got some extra loot, but... Oh, gosh. We got freeze and weakness. That's a horrible combination. If they nerf them tomorrow, it'd be good to use half of them now. No, I highly doubt Vault keys are ever going to get nerfed. I'm exceedingly doubtful that would ever happen. Same as how I feel like Tribute will never get nerfed. Will I be streaming tomorrow? Yes. We will be streaming pretty much exactly when the patch drops tomorrow. 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, which is kind of convenient because that's when we normally stream. But it also coincides with when patches normally happen. So, yeah, same time tomorrow night, we will be doing 7.0. As 7.0 should be up a few minutes after we start to stream. Or might even start to stream as soon as it hits. Because the main thing we're doing tomorrow night is 7.0. And any extra time we have will probably be spent, well, aside from doing dailies and such, opening Vault keys. And I guess technically the Guild War day, too. Because this is going to be the first day of Guild War tomorrow. And while I won't be able to show the other 5, we can do the one for tomorrow, if nothing else. But we are primarily going to be just going over 7.0 tomorrow night. As well as grinding whatever we can, if there is anything we can immediately grind in 7.0. And then try to get a video out. I'm not 100% sure if I'll be able to. But Wednesday morning, I do want to try getting a video out, just kind of summarizing 7.0. Just so there's something other than like a 2-3 hour long stream as our final thing. So the final video for the week will just be a 7.0 summary. And then when we get back, we'll probably have a bunch to grind in 7.0. Some of which might already be grinded while I'm there. There'll be a decent amount of downtime while I'm away. Especially at the airports. Because I get there early enough where I'm normally just sitting around for like 2 hours sometimes, or 3 hours. I'd rather get there exceedingly early than too late. Also, I forgot to renew my passport, and it's actually the first time I'd be flying in about over a decade without a passport. Luckily in the United States, all you need is a any form of state ID, and that's fine. You don't actually need a passport. But yeah, it's my first time flying in 13 years or so without a passport, which I should really go renew, as I haven't bothered getting around to it. But yeah, I really need to renew that passport at some point. But as long as I have state ID that's valid, it also counts, last I recall. Let's hope so, because it'll be the first time I'm doing it that way. But it should be fine. Let's hope. I've used that, I think, one time before, because I accidentally handed them first before the passport, because they were both in my hand. But it should work just the same. Because most people just use that instead. Also, hello, Marcelo. Welcome, welcome. Anything new about 7.0? Not that I'm aware of. But we'll find out tomorrow when it actually happens. Alright, we did that, we did that, we did that. I think we've done all the things. Let's go open some Volkies. We have 350 on the dot, so let's go open some of these. Not with that team, though. Let's go with the one-shot team. And hopefully it'll get enough mana. Slightly problematic when it doesn't. Ooh, not enough damage either. Luckily getting that extra turn skull, though. Right, already starting with nothing, I see. I just realized we're not on pure magic, are we? Should probably do that. But the extra 20% to get it rolling is kind of helpful, too. But if it's making it so we're not one-shotting, then it's not worth it. Double major orb? Double useless orb? Well, actually, major purple's kind of good, but the other one was kind of useless. Yeah, we'll go for a couple of these. See if we can get anything nice tonight. I want to get at least one of the good newer orbs. 1 HP, what are you doing? How's it that far off? Am I not set to magic right now? Why does it feel like we're doing so much less damage? Yeah, the only way I can make it higher is to switch the other one to magic. Oh, I did not want an arena. No, 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 get me out of here. Get me out of here! Get me out of here! Wrong mode. Yeah, unless you're leaving the country, you don't need a passport. The main reason I even got a passport about a decade ago was to go to Canada. But I also used it domestically because I never really bothered getting a license. Oh, a silver one. Nice. Alright, well, we got one good drop at least. The main reason I never really bothered finishing getting a license is mostly because my vision is so bad. I just didn't want to have to deal with it. I feel like I'm too dangerous for the road. So I've just never bothered getting one. Because my vision is not the greatest. It's not the worst in the world, but it is definitely subpar. Because most people just use their driver's license as a main ID. Where I primarily, for the longest time, just used a passport. And then eventually started using a state ID. What are you doing, Survival in 4? I'm about to go get rid of this thing's 20% mana start for 4 damage, which is actually 8 damage. Because it would make it so it always, we don't ever have to pay attention to how many skulls there are. The problem is it's going to increase the chance that it doesn't get full mana. But I'd rather it just always one-shot and just have to deal with that. Who knows, maybe the shiny variant of Diamantina will be so good that it'll fix that issue forever. We'll find out. There's even just like a 5 lower mana cost would do that pretty heavily. And even just a few lower would help. Because there's a lot of times where it's just a few short when you don't go with 20%. He keeps getting up to 29 there. Luckily, we keep getting that cascade that puts it over to put it over the top to get enough. Let's see if we can get at least one more good orb. We got a silver tonight, which is already a good start. Haven't seen the better glories in a while. Who knows, maybe we'll get a gold. Oh, Epic Volkey! Nice! Epic Volkey in our Volkey. We got an upgrade. Not only did we get a refund on it, but we got an upgraded refund. Which is funny when that happens. The rate of getting Volkeys and Epic Volkeys is substantially lower in during a while you're opening a vault. Wait, how did that still not kill? But it is still possible. There's also a reason why doing it during a Palooza isn't really that useful, as the buff to Volkey chance does not apply. Because this mode uses a different system for how Volkeys are distributed. Though there's still only a 1 in 10 chance when you get a Volkey to get an Epic Volkey from it. But your chance of getting a Volkey is just substantially lower, which also means your Epic Volkey chance is substantially lower. Also, I just realized the chat number that's normally above me is broken. What happened? I've never seen that one break. It's weird because the chat number and wait, what? That's so weird. I've never seen that break. That's weird. Oh. Yeah, what's going on there? It's visible. I've never seen that break. Normally it's the chat that breaks. That's so weird. Because both the number above my head as well as the chat that's above my head are both sourced from the same website thing. So if one of them is working, well, then you'd expect both of them to work. But I guess there's been plenty of times where the chat broke, but the number above us was working. Too many people watching that the number broke. I can see that happening tomorrow night. Because obviously a lot of people are going to want to tune in for the big 7.0. Also because it's going to be our last stream for like an entire week. I think the most we've ever had for an update day was around 250 people. So I highly doubt we'll have that many tomorrow, but we'll see if we can break 100. If we can break over 100 tomorrow, we'll hand out like 3 extra more codes than whatever we would have handed out. This has been a little while since we have. Let's see, we'll take that one over. Ooh, nice gem key stack. Yeah, there's always a different technical difficulty every single night. Something's always breaking. Also, how did we get so little mana from that? Was there that few green on the board? Apparently. Let's get open like another 10 to get to a nice clean number. I just realized I forgot we have Black Manacle just sitting there, ready to go. Who's gonna stream on our channel while we're away? No one will be. Yeah, that would be kind of funny. But no, we're just not going to have anything for a week until we get back. I think should resume either Wednesday or Thursday of next week. I'm gonna try for aiming for Wednesday, but I'm getting pretty late. I'm getting back pretty late that day. I'm not sure if we'll be able to do anything. Oh, we got a glory again. Let's go update it. Unfortunately, the lesser glory, but a glory nonetheless. Alright, 5 more keys. See if we can get any lucky last pull here. Ooh, 300 gem drop. Nice. Also, we pulled a 900 from the Epic Volkey earlier. 300 is the highest you can get. Well, not counting the smaller ones combined together. But 300 is the highest Cedric drop for normal Volkey, and 900 is the highest one for the Epic Volkey. And we pulled the 900 last Thursday, and we pulled the 300 today. Not bad at all. They definitely stack up to be a nice handful of gems. One of the better drops within them as well. Though some of those better orbs I would consider better overall than them, but you know. The flexibility of what you could do with hundreds of gems is pretty nice. Ooh, Pet Orb. Technically Orb of Minions. I always just call it Pet Orb. You know what I mean. Its official name is Orb of Minions. But, there we go. Always just call them Pet Orbs, though. There's our 50th Pet Orb. A useless Ace of Wands. Okay, final battle. Anything good for the end? Can we get one last good drop? Thank you, Logic Slayer. Only 12 gems. But anyways, guys, I think we might end it there for now. Tomorrow, we will be in 7.0. When you next see us, we will be in version 7.0 of Gems of War tomorrow night. We'll be going over absolutely everything. We'll be messing around with it for the entire night. Well, not the entire night, but you know what I mean. If there's something to grind, we'll probably go for a couple hours. If not, it'll probably be closer to an hour to an hour and a half. But if there's stuff we can, like, immediately do, we are definitely doing that for a decent chunk of time. Otherwise, tomorrow night we'll mostly just be clearing out all dailies, clear out Guild Wars. I'll probably skip the faction event, to be honest. We covered the Team 4 in the video earlier today, but I'm probably skipping it so we could focus on Guild War and whatever news in 7.0 and stuff like that. So we're probably going to almost completely ignore the the faction event there in favor of going over everything 7.0 related. And hopefully quite a bit of it we could do immediately and see what's up with that. But anyways, guys, I hope you all have a wonderful rest of your week. Next time I'll see you guys, we'll be in 7.0 tomorrow night. Same time as always, 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Also pretty much the exact time the patch should hit. Unless they do it a little bit earlier or later, it should be pretty much exactly when we stream. So 1 hour prior to now tomorrow will not only be our stream, but also pretty much the exact patch time. Though there is sometimes an hour delay on some platforms, like mobile or sometimes on the consoles. And obviously Nintendo Switch probably won't be getting it until like months from now. I'm not sure what's happening with them. But sometimes the other consoles are still delayed by like an hour or two. So, but as far as Steam and Android, I believe normally gets it like near immediately, like exactly at that time. So we'll keep refresh spamming at the beginning of next stream, and hopefully we just start straight into it. Anyways, guys, have a wonderful rest of your week. Tomorrow will be our final stream for the entire week until like next week's Wednesday, next week's Thursday, and I'll see you guys then. Goodbye, everyone. Thanks for watching.